Hey everyone, this is a Skateboard Dad, and today we are talking about Yuto Horigome and why I think that he is going to be SOTY this year. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. I do skateboarding content, and with my channel, I try to encourage people to find time to do what they love. For me, that's skateboarding and making YouTube videos. So make sure to subscribe, and if you like this video, it helps. So Yuto Horigome. In the summer, Yuto put out his April The Yuto Show part, which I think was also a Nike SB part. It was nuts. We know Yuto to be like a perfect contest skateboarder. Like, he's just got consistency, he's got style, and he's got some of the most difficult tricks that any person in the entire world can do. So it opens up with Eric Costin filming on a VX. So Costin's being filmed by a VX while filming with a VX in Supreme gear. Also, Yuto looks so good skating in dunks. I think it would be fitting for a skater like him to be in like full Nyjah tech gear or like just wearing Janoskis, but just the fact that he's like wearing a super baggy fit with like what looks like either a retro or a vintage Nike hoodie and just totally baggy really adds to this style that I think he really needed to cash in on with this part. Because there's not a lot of street cred that comes with being an Olympian gold medalist. I think that what he needed to prove with this part is that he's like a true core skateboarder. Granted, a lot of people still might not think he is riding for Nike and being an Olympian and a contest skater, but there's no denying his abilities on a board. That nose grind nollie flip, so good. Ugh, just each trick he does is so perfect. You cannot find one thing wrong with any of his tricks. You can just see how precise he is and everything. So this part puts him in the running, first of all, just because of how stylish he was, how precise all his tricks were. Tricks that no one really does, and he does them with such ease and precision and just style, and like down really gnarly stuff as well. But moving on from the Yuto Show part, if you want to go look at that, obviously, go watch that. It's a great part. I think it's only like 3 or 4 minutes. At the time of me filming this, Yuto had just put out a part today for like his Spitfire part. This part is not as cool as his Yuto Show part, his April Pro part, but it opens with this backside board slide. I paused it. Oh my gosh. So it opens up with this bail. This is one clip where I've seen where Yuto just eats it. And let's see what happens. Hits the rail right to his face. Kind of caught it with his shoulder and rolled out, but that's a tough fall for sure. And it's really cool opening a Yuto part with a bail like that, because I've never seen Yuto really get demolished, and I'm sure it does happen. So it's cool seeing that Yuto is actually human. So I love this clip where he's going down this kind of hubba, kind of rail. What's super cool about this clip, pause it right here. I love that I think Yuto is on Carhartt Whip, Carhartt Work in Progress, which is cool because like Carhartt being a Michigan company, kind of cool. I really have no relation to it other than Michigan. But regardless, it's cool just seeing like Yuto embracing some streetwear. It's probably just a language barrier thing, but it seems to me that Yuto has a hard time showing his personality, at least in America, because not being completely fluent in English and able to really just like take to Instagram Live and touch base with the whole community that speaks English. It's cool like seeing things like his fashion or doing that VX part before, like those little things that can add personality to him. I think it makes him a lot more accessible for an average skater, which is cool. Like even right here, he's straight up Jordan 1s, which don't look as cool on him as the Dunks do. And like the matching Jordan gear up top, it's cool. These aren't even SB Jordans. I don't know if those are fragments. I don't know much about Jordans. Yeah, it's cool seeing like stuff like this, like his personality. And with this part, again, similar to the Yuto Show part, like he does some of the most difficult tricks in the world, and you couldn't ask him to land them any better than he does. Absolute insanity. And what's also cool is those are fragments. Dang, what are you doing, dude? Do you know how much those are worth? Please, no, don't do it. That's insane. Fragment Jordan 1. That's too much money to be skating in. Please stop. Yuto must like have some big Nike checks skating in $4,500 shoes. Yuto is like the next Burberry Airy. He has style, his tricks are landed with perfection, and his trick choice and difficulty is also perfect. So I think he's the total package. I could definitely see Thrasher going with Yuto for a SOTY this year. One clip that I think is insane is he does this like street gap, whatever, cool, pop shove it, super cool, and then he bombs this hill. I'm assuming it's an SF. He's going down the hill, I'm not from California, so if this isn't SF, I'm sorry. It just all looks the same to me. This is insane. Like, right there, about to hit this car. Sees it. I turned off the audio because I don't want to get a copyright strike. You can hear his boys at the top like yelling like, hey, hey, hey. Immediately power slides and turns it around and dodges the car. That's a nail biter. Like that, a hill bomb like that shouldn't really be added into this part. It kind of broke up the flow of the part, but I think it was cool because they added it that he almost got hit by a car here and just dodged it. Like you can see his mind in skateboarding work and like how quickly he reacts to things and how skilled he is in the ability to control his board and his body in order to like dodge obstacles that could kill him. Yuto gets extra points for that as well. That's pretty gnarly. And a hill bomb, like in the spirit of Jake Phelps, hill bomb in a part is a +1. So Yuto also got a cover on Thrasher, which is another plus for being SOTY. I think it was in the summer, like June or July. Then that brings us to the Olympics. And I'm not sure if Thrasher even cares about this or if they put that as a factor into SOTY. We've never had skateboarding in the Olympics before. It just so happens that one of the best skaters this year also is a gold medalist in the Olympics. Let me know what you think about Yuto Horigome. If you think that he's gonna be SOTY. A couple of other people who I think could also be SOTY this year would be Kyle Walker, who put out an insane part with like this crazy up down rail thing, and then also like the longest 50-50s that anyone's ever seen. And then also we got a couple parts from Mark Suchu, who is like the biggest, in a good way, he's like the biggest skate nerd in the world. Like his Verso part, if you don't know the lore around Verso, go watch the part and then go read like a slap message board about the part and then go back and analyze the part and then see all of the algebra equations in front of your eyes while you're watching it. Mark Suchu put out a couple parts this year with some of the most like creative tech tricks that we've seen in skating this year. But I think one thing that demolished any chance of Mark Suchu becoming SOTY was KB's ramblings and rantings on him. Kevin Bradley, who is like an incredible skateboarder, but at this point is just like a vibe in the skateboarding industry. He said something along the lines of like, I don't care about Mark Suchu skateboarding, which is just like inflammatory, but also pretty funny. I don't think anyone really takes Kevin Bradley's Instagram stories all that seriously. And then he doubled down on it. I think when his next part was released, I think KB put up something where it's like, I don't care, I still don't care, still don't care, which I think is all in good fun. I don't think it's all that serious. And if it is, I mean, it's not like he's actually hating, he's just expressing his opinion on someone skating. I actually don't think that that has any factor in whether or not Mark Suchu is SOTY. I did a video a few months ago on who I predicted would win the men's street finals in the Olympics, and I said that Yuto would win that. And I think in the same fashion, this is what makes the most sense to me. I think it's just undeniable the influence that he's had this year, and I think it's undeniable just the level of skating. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you think I'm way off, if you think Kyle Walker or Suchu or like Lopez or whoever else has a better chance of winning SOTY this year. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks so much for watching, for real. I've been super blown away by the response to a lot of my videos lately, so thanks so much for watching. Skateboard Dad, make sure to find time to do what you love. That's the whole dang thing.